Okay, Gerardo, I had to actually do the recording again. Our original session was not recorded, so I'm just going to recap very quickly about what we discussed. I wanted to draw your attention to your research questions and invite you to consider asking how questions instead of which. So I think you can keep the same questions, but ask how, and I think that might be a little bit more appropriate based on what we've discussed and based on your current literature review. Today we talked about your pilot questionnaire, the questionnaire that you will apply to extension courses and as a filter in choosing the 2 or 3 participants for your study. And I looked over the questions and made some suggestions about merging a few of the questions that you had. I believe question 3 and 4. I don't have it in front of me here, but I think it was question 3 and 4. You're going to try to merge those into how questions and keeping those open questions. And I think we talked about 2 other questions towards the end of your questionnaire that were similar. Again, asking open questions that ask how and why and bringing that in together. I think if memory serves, the question number 3 was also there's a how often question. So I think you were going to ask how often, how, and why pertaining to that particular question. And we discussed also piloting the questionnaire, and I think 1 or 2 teachers who perhaps are from lenguas extranjeras who might be willing to fill out the questionnaire would be enough. And once you have those results, maybe consider also, I think we talked about checking your heading in your questionnaire and also adding a question about the willingness of the respondents to participate in your research. So you might have a question about whether they're willing to participate in your research, willing to have some interviews and allowing you to observe their class. And so I would add that question at the end. So if you have any questions, you want me to look at any of your results, or if you want to discuss your results from either the pilot or from the results from your teachers. I think you were planning on applying it to approximately 10 teachers. I would try to shoot for at least 10 and look at the results, see if you have the results that you need for making an informed decision as far as who your participants are going to be. But if you want to have a discussion about those results this week, feel free to come by. You don't have to wait till your tutoring session if you want to look at that beforehand. Otherwise, I'll see you next week, and we'll look at the results from your questionnaire.